Peter and Handy were twin brothers. Though they looked the same, but their hearts and minds were completely opposite. Peter lived to enjoy life. He never cared for people around him. All he was concerned about was his happiness. On the other hand, Handy liked helping people. He was good at heart. He liked taking care of his grandparents, doing chores for his mom and dad, and even helping Handy complete his homework. His friends and teachers too appreciated him, as he was always ready to lend a hand. It was summer vacation. Peter and Handy decided to go trekking with their friends. The first day of trek was good, and the brothers enjoyed a lot. Unfortunately, the brothers lost their way during the second day of the trek. Peter started walking deep into the forest while Handy was following him. After a while, the brothers lost track of each other as well. On the way, Peter met an old man who begged him for food. Peter simply refused to give his share to him. Next, he met a little girl who had hurt her leg. She asked him to help her get back to her village nearby. Again, Peter simply refused to offer any kind of help and carried on his way. Now, though Handy couldn't see Peter, but he was actually just a few yards behind him. When he met the old man, he offered him all the food he had and went his way. Soon, he came across the little girl as well. He helped her stand up, offered her some water, and even helped her get back to her village. It was evening by the time. Handy decided to start again. The little girl's parents advised him to spend the night with them. "We will go with you to help you find your brother and friends," they assured him. Handy agreed. On the other hand, the darkness and the voices in the jungle started scaring Peter. He wished someone was there to help him. But there was no one in sight except dark reflections in the jungle. He was feeling cold and lonely. Suddenly, Peter came across the same old man again. He ran to him and begged him for help. "Help me, Baba! I am lost! Have you seen my brother? He looks just like me." The old man looked at Peter and said, "Surely I have seen that gem of a child. But why should I help you? You refused to help me when I was in need. Now go away from here." Disheartened, Peter left the place. Soon he saw lights down a hill. It looked like a village. Peter started running towards it and fell down. He hurt his leg badly but still managed to get to the village. At the entrance of the village, he met the same girl he had refused to help. He asked her to help him find shelter for the night. But the girl simply said, "Spend the night under a tree. You deserve it. Peter sat down under a tree and started crying. He had realized the importance of helping people. He spent the night in pain. At dawn, he heard a voice calling his name. It was Handy and the little village girl. Peter rushed to him and said, "Thank God, I have found you. Now I realize how important it is to help others." Peter and Handy looked and behaved the same since that day. Samuel loves spending time with his dog. He has learned how to value his pet and take care of it. It was Samuel's 10th birthday party. Everybody had brought gifts for him. However, the loveliest gift of all was the one brought by Grandpa. "It's a dog!" exclaimed Samuel excitedly as he opened the basket that Grandpa gifted him. "Oh, I always wanted to have a pet that would do anything I want. Thank you, Grandpa. I love you the most." Before Grandpa could guide him how to take care of the pet, Samuel went about showing his proud possession to everyone. From that day on, Buzz became his best friend. Though Samuel loved spending time with Buzz, yet he never took care of it. To make matters worse, he started using Buzz to do really naughty things. Often, he would set him to bark and scare away other kids. Soon, he lost all his friends, as he often used his dog to do play tricks on them. The neighbors too started complaining. One evening, Samuel set his dog on an old beggar. The poor beggar couldn't run far and fell down. The dog left many scratches on him and even ate his food. Samuel rarely fed him on time or took care of his needs. The poor beggar was helpless and angry. In a fit of rage, the beggar cursed Samuel. "From now on, you will be the dog." The moment he said those words, Samuel turned into Buzz and Buzz became Samuel. Samuel kept barking, but nobody could understand him. Buzz kicked Samuel and took him home. From that day on, he started treating Samuel the way he had been treating him. Buzz would hardly care if Samuel wanted food or needed a bath. He would simply make him run around the neighborhood, playing pranks on people all day long. Often, Samuel would get thrashings and kicks from people, as they thought that he was a dog. Gradually, Samuel realized his mistake. He started realizing how his actions had hurt his dog and others around. He wanted to change himself, but it was too late, as now he was merely a dog. One night, while everyone was sleeping, a burglar broke into the house. Samuel sensed it and started barking loudly. The burglar tried to scuffle him, but Samuel bit him so bad that the burglar left the house instantly. That very moment, Samuel changed back into a boy and Buzz turned back into dog. By the time Samuel's parents came out their bedroom, Samuel was gently stroking Buzz. On seeing them, he said, "Buzz scared away a burglar today." "That's great," said Samuel's dad. "We were thinking of leaving Buzz somewhere far and deserted, as all he did was bark at innocent kids, play pranks on the neighbors, and bite strangers. But now I think we need to reconsider that decision." "Oh, please don't abandon him, Dad," cried Samuel. "It was my fault. I never took care of him properly and made him do all that bad stuff. But now I have learnt my lesson." Father smiled at Samuel. From that day on, Samuel took good care of Buzz. He would keep him clean, feed him well, and even taught us how to make friends with other kids. No one in the neighborhood hated Buzz anymore. The only ones to fear him were the burglars.